Hello guys, and welcome to my second Bizarreware video. Two announcements very quickly. First one is, this video is kind of a filler. Usually I was planning when I do these Bizarreware things, I wanted to have a couple items in there. This video is just going to be one item. Sort of a filler. I've had a lot of things going on, very busy this past month, couple days, weeks. Last week I was gone all week. I actually had to fly back home, back to the East Coast, so I was gone all week. That wasn't under the best circumstances that I had to return home. So this is kind of a filler till I can do some more videos on, you know, hardware and stuff like that. And I do have more of those videos planned and coming. It just sometimes it takes a little time, even despite my super low production costs. Second, segueing in talking about production costs, I am working a little bit to increase those very, very slightly. Possibly a slightly better camera, but more likely my efforts are going into a VGA RGB capture device so I can do I know everyone, my game reviews, I only have 3 of them. They get the lowest views on my channel, but I do like to I'd like to show you guys some more obscure DOS games and whatnot. And I'm just not completely satisfied with the quality I'm getting with S-Video, so I do want to get something that can capture VGA, and I was working on a budget-y way to do that, but I've been having some problems with it, but I'll probably do a video on that. But soon here I might have to bite the bullet and get a higher, I might actually have to spend over $100 on a capture device for VGA, but we'll see. Anyways, what we're going to talk about today, this is the Microsoft Easyball mouse. This is still sealed in the box, and I got it for 50 cents at a church yard sale. Or I guess it would just be a church sale. If you ever see church sales, stop in. I've seen old, you know, Pentium 1, DOS, you know, 486 computers at them before for extremely cheap. They may be the last bastion of extremely cheap things, although to be honest, that it's actually a rarity to find, you know, anything worth finding at those things, but you never know. So yes, church sales. Don't pass them up if you have the chance. Anyways, what this is a giant mouse for children. It looks like it's for Windows 95, Windows 3.1, and MS-DOS. This comes with Freddy Fish in the case of the missing kelp seeds. I'm not into edutainment titles, except for maybe, you know, like Oregon Trail. That was pretty much the only game I remember in school growing up with. I know there's a lot of people that have attachment to some, you know, old edutainment titles. Personally, I hate them. I find them really boring, with the exception of Oregon Trail. But yeah, so there we go. So let's take a look. There's not too much with this packaging here. It's just, it looks like a really weird sort of ball mouse. Discover the easy use of a mouse that gives children 2 to 6 a big head start with computers. So, you know, this is obviously for children. I think it's going to be a serial mouse. Look at this kid. He looks so smug. Like, yeah, I got this, no problem. My favorite, though, is this weird kid on the front. I mean, I don't know. He doesn't even look like his face. I don't know. He doesn't look quite human or real, and I can't tell if he's like soothing a headache from trying to use the mouse, or if he's like trying to use his telepathic powers to control it. I'm not quite sure what he's doing there, but yeah. So I'm gonna open this, and then we're gonna hook it up and try it out, because it is sort of bizarre. It's bizarre hardware for an older computer. So I'm gonna open it, and we'll see what it's like in there. Okay, apologies to those of you out there that have those weird fetishes with opening sealed things from 20 plus years ago. My apologies for skipping the tearing off the plastic and whatnot, but here we have Freddy Fish in the case of the missing kelp seeds. I do not know if this is the first Freddy Fish game. I believe it is, because it says Freddy Fish 2, the case of the haunted schoolhouse. I know there's a Freddy Fish 3 because I found the jewel case at Goodwill a couple days ago. I didn't buy it, by the way, because I don't care about edutainment titles. Mostly, anyways. Stuff. Easyball. Microsoft Easyball. The mouse for smart little hands. And just, you know, stuff. Let's see. It's like the drivers, nice and sealed on a 3.5-inch floppy. Still sealed. And here we go. This is the Easyball. Also still sealed. Let's see. All right. A little serial mouse, and it doesn't feel. There's actually a bit of resistance. It's not like spinning like I thought it would in there, but okay, so this is the button. I don't know if it's one, I think it feels like it's one button, like you think maybe like this is one button and that's the other. Maybe that's the case. I think that might be the case. I don't know. We'll have to experiment. But yeah, it doesn't feel too horrible. Version 1.0. So, yeah, I'm gonna hook this up and we'll see how well it does. So, for convenience, because I have it sitting around, we're going to be using my Compact EN with Windows 98 installed. I'm assuming the mouse should work fine with Windows 98. So, yes, this is the computer we're going to use to test. It actually, we'll use this one. It actually, even without the little thumb screw things, it actually secures very snugly. That feels good. That feels like a real secure connection, even though it kind of is. Yeah, it connects nicely. Okay, so without doing the drivers or anything, when I loaded this up, it detected the mouse as Microsoft Kids Mouse Software something version 1.0. So, at least in Windows 98, it's detected automatically. You know, it wants my 98, whatever. But, you know, it is working. And that's without having to do anything. It feels actually pretty good. Alright, remember this is a CRT, so if you're getting the weird refresh lines, apologize, there's not too much I can do for that. I don't think this camera has any way to adjust its refresh rate. But anyways, yeah, it works. It actually doesn't feel bad at all. I could see how this could be easier to use, especially if you have someone with a mild disability or a child. This is not bad. It's not too loose. It won't spin. Like I can turn it when I let go, it stops. So it's not like, you know, the ball isn't like, it's not like a track ball in there, where you can just like spin it. It will, you know, if you stop turning it stops. So it seems a lot easier to control here. The button's a little bit awkward. It is just a single button. I don't think there's like a left. No, it's not. That's the biggest problem. There's not two buttons. It's just a single button on it. So there's no, right or left click. You can double click though. But there's no like to bring the menu down. You'd have to use the keyboard because it's all, I believe, the left mouse button. That's it. But it works. I don't have any. So let's try some. Let's try some Freddy Fish. Alright, sorry for the off angle here. Okay, it's working. Inexplicably, the Toshiba CD-ROM drive that's from 5 years earlier, 1995 drive, actually works, whereas the other drive I previously had in it from 2000 inexplicably had died. So, Freddy Fish. Anyways, yeah, this mouse feels not bad.
Hi, Freddy.
Here, Snappy, you look like you need some cheering up.
For me? Thanks, Freddy.
Have a nice day.
Bye.
Okay, well, this isn't a terrible game. I probably would have played this when I was a kid. But anyways, this isn't about the game, it's about this mouse, and I hate that thing. It's for the sound card. I mean, for a simple game, this mouse seems to work fine. Let's go there. So
Then, go to the old whale bones.
the old whale bones. Yeah, I mean, anytime I go near the top, that stupid creative something for the sound card pops up. It's so annoying. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so the Microsoft Easyball mouse. Pretty good build quality. It works pretty well. I think the big downside of it is just it's a single mouse button, so you don't have a right and left. But you can do your basic, double clicking and whatnot. Even without little thumb screws, it feels pretty secure. Actually, playing a game was pretty comfortable, kind of like this. Just resting a finger here and having a thumb, and then doing that. So, it can work as a trackball mouse pretty well. I mean, except the fact you can't, well, it kind of does. But, yeah, it worked fine. I mean, that makes sense coming from Microsoft. It's not like a weird third-party, knockoff thing they just kind of made $1 billion of for $1. But, yeah, I mean, I can see its utility, at least back in the day. I'm sure there's better ones now for such things, but I could see how this could be good for a kid just learning. Kind of looks like a toy. I could also see applications for someone with, maybe like mild physical disabilities that can't quite control a mouse. This might be easier to use. So yeah, it does what it's supposed to do. It worked. It felt good, actually. Like I said, the only downside is it would have been nice if there were just like 2 buttons for right and left, but it works. It works fine. It's a little bizarre, but it does what it's supposed to do. So that's the Microsoft Easyball mouse. And again, thank you for watching. Hopefully I'll have some more involved videos coming out here soon. Like I said, there's been a lot going on the past couple weeks, but hopefully I'll have something coming. I've got some stuff in the works, some more hardware videos. I've got plenty of systems built here that we can talk about and I can go over with you guys. So again, thank you for all the support. Oh, also coming up on 100 subscribers, which I know is nothing, but for me, just doing these videos, by the seat of my pants, I'm happy with it, and I want to thank you all for subscribing and liking this stuff. I'm glad I'm putting something out there that maybe you guys are learning about something new or seeing something cool, or maybe I'm just entertaining you for 30 minutes or whatever, but that makes it worth it to me. Oh, just got a message. So thank you guys. Thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you for watching. I'm glad you guys are getting some kind of entertainment value out of this, and I hope to have more videos coming for you guys. So thanks again.